Feature Corner.
What's gooling on, my funky fiends? It's me, your favorite horror respondent out there live on the scene. Oh, who's that? The Grand Duke of Spook, Chris Bell. It's so good to see all of you again. It's been a long time since I've really gotten to do a live stream, and we're gonna give a minute for, some people to be able to jump on and say hey before we really take off with this thing, because we're going to be doing some live giveaways and stuff tonight too. So be sure that you're tuned in to the stream while that's happening to win those giveaways. Hopefully the old stream smooths out. It normally does. Starts out kind of jerky sometimes, but it normally hits its landing gear before too long. So tonight, for those of you who tune in after the fact, since no one's here yet, we are reviewing FrightWorks Haunted House and Dread Hollow, as well as gearing up for this weekend, which will be, Screamville Haunted Attraction, the 13th Hour, Outbreak on Main, and during Outbreak on Main, we'll be there for Zombiefest. So much to do, so much to get done. We're doing giveaways every so often throughout the stream. I'll tell you how to enter to win and all that good stuff. A good rule of thumb would be to just go ahead and share the video, and then make sure that you are commenting and stuff on the original video, because if you're doing it on a video that's been shared, I can't always see it. So we'll be doing lots of giveaways tonight. I'm giving away 4 haunted house tickets. I'm giving away stuff from the Black Cat. What's going on, Matt Swanson? It's Monday night, so Matt Swanson is allowed to be online right now. I was told a very hilarious story about Mr. Matt Swanson from the FrightWorks crew, that last year during our haunt reviews, the internet down at FrightWorks got kind of laggy all of a sudden, and they couldn't really figure out why, and they're watching my little stream there for a second, and they see Matt pop up. He's like, "Hey, what's up, Chris?" And they just yelled, they're like, "Matt, get off the internet!" So Matt Swanson, true super fan, is sitting in the haunt while watching haunt reviews. So kudos and hats off to you, my friend. So tonight, as per usual, before we get into the creepy, we got to get into the coffee. And what better flavor of coffee than the campfire s'mores from Pedal Java? Seriously, it is the closest thing you could get to blending a s'more. Just putting a s'more in a blender with some hot water and then putting it in your cup. This is way better, I promise. I feel like it would just be mushy and soggy and full of bits of stuff. So let's see. 30% frames getting dropped. Frames getting dropped, but that's okay. Can everybody hear okay out there? That's the big question too. Is the audio working? I know Facebook's had a bit of a problem today. It's probably because I announced that I was going to do a live video, and with my luck with technology, that's about how it went. Facebook, I just crashed all of Facebook by claiming that I was going to do this. I'm sorry. Let's see. All right, cool. Sometimes I just got to listen to the audio real quick and make sure that you can hear me and I'm not just rambling to myself. So, on to the things that go bump in the night. We had lots of fun going out this first weekend. I hope all of you got to go out this first weekend and have all the fun you could possibly have. Yes. And I'm very happy for those of you who are just tuning in and joining us. I'm very happy to be back in the live stream format doing this, getting the show back up and running with Brews and Booze.
It's alive.
Yes.
It's alive.
So,
It's alive.
well, just so you know, totally lost my train of thought there. But just so you know, all the haunts that I'm visiting this year are haunts that are kind of enforcing the masks, not only on their guests, but also on their actors. That way, because, those actors are seeing a lot of people come through every night. They're jumping out in people's faces and stuff. So this year, just for my own well-being, I'm only visiting the haunts that are doing masked actors and things like that, which so far, basically, everywhere that I've went. What's going on, Velvet Lee? How are you? Welcome to the stream. So, like I said, a lot of the haunts are requiring masks inside and things like that, just to keep everybody safe. We all want to have a good, safe, spooky season, and we can only do that if we all band together. So, anyway, time to get into the spooky stuff, the things that go bump in the night.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid. Be very
Oh, yeah. Okay, so our first haunt of the season was FrightWorks. The good people down at FrightWorks always put on such a good show. And here's the thing with FrightWorks is Rob really spends, and his team, not just Rob, but Rob and his team spend a lot of time, and in his words, money, building these very, very intricate scenes, these very detailed scenes, that you really get lost in the scene when you're going through it. He really immerses you into the experience of the haunt with his different scenes. He's got I'm doing well, move in with my BFF, have applied to be a scare actor. Don't know if you'll get it or not. I bet you do get it. Sorry to cut. Hang on, FrightWorks. We'll be right back. Congratulations on trying to be a scare actor. I know there's so many haunts out there right now that are looking for scare actors that are dedicated and really wanting to be in it and spooking people. So congrats to you. I'm doing fantastic, getting jazzed up on this Pedal Java coffee, talking about a little bit of FrightWorks. So FrightWorks did really well this year with a good mixture of animatronics and live actors, which they normally do a very good job at this, but this year they seem to really have even amped it up even more. If you really pay attention to FrightWorks scenes, which can sometimes be hard to do because they're hitting you with the scares, you'll see little Easter eggs that they've planted all through, and I personally loved it. That, like, I know he told me in the lab part, there's a part where you go through a laboratory, and up on the whiteboard, there's all of the terrible things that would kill you from the Cabin in the Woods movie. Yeah, just all the terrible things that the scientists had it from Cabin in the Woods. Love the coffee. And your Hanging Crypt Keeper light. Yes, I have had this since I was a wee boy. This was my he has a little book that comes with him too, but every Halloween, this was my favorite decoration that we had to get out every year, was my Crypt Keeper, and I still to this day have him, even though it's over 30 years old. I'd love to scare people so much. I got to work with Outbreak on Main last year a little bit, doing some scare acting, and it really does the soul good to strike fear in the hearts of people. So I completely understand the love and the need to scare people. FrightWorks also definitely understands that love and need. They always find a way to kind of, even if you've been to FrightWorks before, I promise you haven't been to FrightWorks this year. They just, even if some of the scares or animatronics you've seen before, they're probably in different places and or in different scenes, or more has been added to scenes, and I can't give them enough props for how much work they really put into the detail that goes into the haunt. Not only that, but just so many great optical illusions, great costumes, not just a bunch of people in clown masks running around. Not that there's anything wrong with that if your haunt is a clown haunt, but having a spooky haunt in the woods with a few people in clown masks doesn't always warrant a haunt. But anyway, I don't have any personal experiences with that. But so FrightWorks, definitely not just a haunt in the woods with some spooky clowns. even and never been, always been too scared to go. No way. Go to FrightWorks. They are, yes, it is terrifying, but they put on a great show. It's so worth it. But I can tell you a little word of advice from the people at FrightWorks is stay away from Kevin. You'll know him when you see him, I promise. But don't touch Kevin, because whew, Kevin will take your finger off. Cup one down. And don't worry, we've got plenty of coffee to go for the duration of this live stream. So, in honor right now of FrightWorks, let's do our very first giveaway. So, if you'd like to be entered into this giveaway that's going to happen in the next, like, 5 minutes, your items that you'll be receiving for the first giveaway. Like I said, there are going to be multiple giveaways happening, but you have to be listening live here to win. We have from the Black Cat, all of our items tonight are from the Black Cat and Outbreak on Main, out there in Oneida. So be sure you get out there and visit them. So our first giveaway item is this picture of H.H. Holmes and this amazing comic book by Baron Werewolf's The Haunted Library. So, this fantastic photograph of a terrible man and Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. This is our first giveaway. Let's see. Is Who a Clown? Sorry, I got to talking so much and so fast I completely I don't remember things that I said a second ago. So let me know what I said about who a clown was, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about it. So right here we have H.H. Holmes and Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. So if you would like to be entered to win, what I need you to do, post a comment right now so I know you're watching. Let me know what your favorite terrible person like H.H. Holmes is. And share this video if you haven't already. If you're watching on Twitch or something like that, just comment the guy you were talking about at FrightWorks. No, he is not a clown. They have so many different things going on at FrightWorks. Not just clowns. There, I think, is a clown. I think Pickles the Clown wanders the parking lot there with his shovel, and I would beware of him. But other than that, there's not too many clowns out there at FrightWorks. But Baron Werewolf's Library, comment in the video here somewhere and let me know who your favorite terrible, awful person was from history. And in the next 5 minutes, I will draw one of the names that commented. Make sure you've shared the video. We're moving on. Oh, well, don't worry. There's plenty of clowns out there, I promise. So, moving right along. FrightWorks, I would definitely say just one of the better haunts out there, especially if you're near the Powell area. Definitely one that I would get out and check out. Just great people. They're an awesome haunt. They do an awesome job, and everybody needs to get out and see FrightWorks Haunted House this year. So, moving right along. That's good stuff. So, our next haunt that we visited this past weekend that we're going to be talking about is Dread Hollow. Yes. So, the amazing folks out at Dread Hollow. Let me just tell you about this place. If you were in the Chattanooga area or you are a big fan of traveling out to go see these haunts and things like that, I would definitely recommend. Yes. Let me just retouch back on that for a second. Hang on, Dread Hollow. Whoop, whoop. FrightWorks. Fantastic storytelling down there at FrightWorks. Really, like I said, it really immerses you in the experience because there are a lot of different points where you do get sucked into the story so much because one of the actors has maybe stopped you to run you by a little dialogue and things like that. And there's a lot of dialogue spots in FrightWorks, which I really like because it does add to the story, and those people are taking the time to really tell a cool story. So storytelling's a dying art. Way to go, FrightWorks. Okay, so Dread Hollow. Also, remember to comment a person over here in the comments section to be entered to win this first giveaway prize. And if nobody enters it, then we'll skip on to the next one and no one will win this one. So, but Dread Hollow. So when I first got to Dread Hollow, you can't see anything that's going on inside. As far as what the haunt looks like, what you're about to walk in on, or anything like that. Just a big glowing sign on the front of this like old department store, it looks like. This is Dread Hollow. The way that they do their tickets are online. So right now they're doing online tickets, and you have a specific time that they ask you to show up to go through with the group. That way they can kind of keep the queue line down and then keep everybody organized. So the first thing when you get to Dread Hollow, you walk. If you don't know the story, I would advise kind of getting familiar with the story. But the first thing you do is you walk through the double doors, and you're going to get your picture taken right there at Dread Hollow. And I'll just show you this because we have here, first you get this adorable photo of you, right? Aren't we cute? And then you get this picture of what you look like right before you're about to be murdered. Yes, a nice keepsake souvenir for the whole family. And it comes in this awesome sleeve that is like, it has their story written on the back part of it. So you get this like creepy book that you can read all about Dread Hollow's legend. And you get these pictures at the end. So when you go into Dread Hollow, a lot of places, you know, you're in a queue line for a little while because everybody wants to get in. Well, Dread Hollow stepped it up a little bit and decided to build sets around their queue line. So when you go to stand in line, you walk into this old ghost town, complete with all kinds of like shop windows that you can look in on, and storefronts and things like that. The props that are inside, the windows even, are just so detailed and really cool. My pick would be me be on the floor. Now, Dread Hollow got me. They, you know, FrightWorks has the frights. Dread Hollow brought the dread. They stay true to their name. So, while you're going through this old ghost town, there's plenty of jump scares and live actors that are running around the line. Even some animatronics and stuff that you walk through. You, like I said, you go through the whole town that their legend is based off of. You go through the butcher shop, and this is just in the line. You haven't even gotten the haunt yet. So, Amber Coin, how's it going, Amber, from over there at the 13th Hour Haunted Trail, who we mentioned earlier that we're going to see this weekend? Yeah. Right, I think I got that right. I could have gotten that wrong. I'm terrible. But I hope I got it right. Anywho, so I would say that my queue line experience took about 20 minutes to go through. Now, I know that Giselle, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We're here talking about Dread Hollow out in Chattanooga right now. Yes, it's lots of fun to go through just the queue line. Honestly, it took about 20 minutes, and the tickets to go through the haunt are about $25. But you get 3 haunts essentially for the price of that one. The haunt is so expansive that they've split it up. I did get it right. Actually, I remember things. My brain's not failed me yet. So the 3 haunts that you get to go through have been combined and smashed into one giant haunt. So you'll go through 3 different areas during your haunt experience. I would say I was probably at Dread Hollow for a total of an hour to an hour and a half, including my queue line experience and going through the haunt, which really get your bang for your buck. Outside of the haunt, they have, I think, 5 escape rooms. They could have more or less than that, but at least 5 escape rooms there that range anywhere from $80 for a 6-person team that lasts up to 45 minutes, all the way down to like $10 for a buried alive experience or something like that. I didn't personally go through the escape rooms. I can barely get out of bed in the morning, so I ain't trying to escape from nowhere. So, anyway, was there supposed to at this point? Okay, so Dread Hollow. You finally go into the haunt after you've been scared all through the line, and they have really like worked at their scenes. I'm a big fan of the detail that people put into these different scenes in the haunt and everything like that. And Dread Hollow so far has had some of the most detailed ones. I really like their use of puppets. I don't want to give away any of their characters or scares or anything like that, but I love puppets, and their use of their puppets are awesome. All the different scenes that they have. Now, I will say, out there, unlike FrightWorks, you had to wear your mask inside no matter what. Chattanooga had signs up to wear a mask and be socially distancing and everything like that. Not many of the guests were wearing masks, but basically all the actors inside were, except for just a few, but those people didn't really get all up in your grill. And they do regular temperature checks and things like that on their people to make sure that everybody's feeling good and not being all sick. So you go through all these different areas, from swamps to walking through the sewer at one point, and then you're in a lab, and then you're in a backyard, and then it's winding and twisting and never ending, it seems. And then you do come to the end, and you realize that it's all okay. None of it was real, and you're alive. They also have a pretty nifty little concession stand there inside. Once you're able to make it through, they don't want to fill you up with a bunch of that's a lot of people for you say, yes it is, but hey, these haunts are doing their best to keep everybody safe. I especially want to give shout outs to the ones that maybe aren't doing the masked actors necessarily, but are making sure their actors aren't sick. They're doing temperature checks and things like that, because right now you're in small spaces yelling in each other's face. It's hard, but everybody's doing their part, and that's what I like to see. So Dread Hollow, like after the haunt, you get to buy your picture. They give you the option to purchase a picture, t-shirt, things like that. And their story was really cool too. I liked Dread Hollow. I can say that. If there's lots of cool haunts like that out here in the Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Anderson County area. So if you don't want to make the trek all the way to Chattanooga, totally understandable. But for those of you out there who do like to maybe hit the road a little bit or are in the Chattanooga area, definitely go check out Dread Hollow this season. Get some coffee. I see that's what's happening here, man. It's been too long. I've drank another cup of coffee, and there we go. That's the stuff. Oh yeah. Okay. So we're gonna move past our first giveaway item. Nobody jumped at this one. It's okay. We'll keep it in the reserves. We'll hold it back for the next one in just a moment. So, okay. The great folks at Dread Hollow, thank you so much for having me out this season. Now, before we move on to our next bit, see, campfire s'mores sounds so good. Campfire s'mores is delicious. That's what I was talking about earlier. You could not get a more s'morey, chocolatey, delicious tasting cup of coffee that tastes like a s'more if you were to blend a s'more with hot water and put it in a cup, which would probably be pretty disgusting with all the granola bits and whatnot. But the graham cracker bits, what am I talking about? Granola. People are like, what kind of s'more did you eat, granola boy? No. So, our next giveaway item, courtesy of the Black Cat, which also for this next one, you need to make sure, if you're on Facebook, get over here on Facebook and go like the Black Cat Curiosities and Outbreak on Main Haunted House, because they have hooked me up with a pretty awesome little care package right here. Not only do we have this Power Pack combo, Captain Spaulding photo, and this promo card from House of a Thousand Corpses. Pedal Java was at CreepyCon. Yes, they were. They normally are the coffee company at CreepyCon, and one of my favorites of all time. They keep, because just real quick, all natural flavors, no, all natural caffeine. That's what I was looking for. The all natural caffeine that comes in it. It's just really good stuff. There's no crash afterwards, and I can just kind of keep gyrating with the energy that comes out of it. Pedal Java is one of my favorites. All natural, and that's why we like it. Okay, enough of that. So, promo card from House of a Thousand Corpses, this Captain Spaulding photo, and Scary Stories 3, more tales to chill your bones. Oh yeah, I'm giving all 3 of these things away, but you gotta do me a favor. You're gonna have to do me a favor, y'all. You gotta make sure that you're following the Creature Corner, okay? Make sure you're following the Creature Corner. Make sure you're following the Black Cat Curiosities. Love their coffee so much. Think they were at Fanboy. Look, yes, they do. They actually split themselves into multiple people during convention season and do so many conventions at once. It's insane. So yes, Pedal Java is quite literally everywhere. So for the Scary Stories Captain Spaulding House of a Thousand Corpses promo pack that I have here, here's what I want you to do. You got to like the pages, okay? Like all the pages. Share this video if you haven't done that yet. Let people know. But if you are commenting on a shared video, make sure you're clicking over here to the main video so that I can see it nice on my little feed, because it doesn't show it to me on other things for some reason. Okay, all you have to do all those things, share all the things, and then comment below right here what your favorite scary movie is. That's all you have to do, and you'll be instantly entered to win this right here within the next 5 to 10 minutes. What? That's crazy. But that's what we do over here on the Creature Corner. We give things away for live. We give things away live for free. So go ahead, boil that around. Comment down here your favorite scary movie, and you'll be entered to win this prize pack. Moving right along. Don't forget to comment, because just like the last one, if we move past it, it's going back in the vault for another giveaway day. Okay. So, this weekend, I have a large haunt-filled weekend coming up. I've got Screamville Haunted Attraction, the 13th Hour Haunted Trail, and Outbreak on Main. So Friday night is when I will be hitting Screamville and the 13th Hour. Those are 2 of my favorite ones to hit. If you've never really been to either of them, they're like 5 minutes away from each other. So it's definitely worth checking both of them out in the same night if you get a chance to. Then, let's see. So I'll be doing my review live there from on location down there. Over on the Creepy Knoxville page is where we do our live haunt reviews, and then I try to share them with you in the creature community. So if you haven't joined the creature community, also do that. You know, it's what's important. So, and Matt Swanson will be at Screamville on the 15th and 16th to scare you, because that's what Matt Swanson does. Matt Swanson scares people. Screamville and the 13th Hour are both outdoor haunts, which I really like because it's not an easy thing to do. Especially right now, like outdoor haunts are the weather the weather controls your haunt basically. If it decides it's gonna piss pour on you, well then it looks like it's raining at your haunt that night. And out of 30 days, it's pretty likely that it might rain on you some. So kudos to you outdoor haunts that put in so much work and are able to keep it running all through the season. Let's see, I'm gonna drop a little comment right here. To remember to comment your favorite scary movie. To be entered. Nope. To be entered. I'm telling you all what I'm typing like an old man. Into the drawing. Look at that. Boom. Hey, who's that guy that just commented? Wow, it's me. It's the Creature Corner. I'm unfortunately having to take another hiatus year. Not enough cars to split between. Hey, totally understand. We will miss you, but I do always love going to the 13th Hour. They also have a giant clock that breathes fire, so that's pretty ballin', right? That's Friday night. So if you get a chance to come out, hey, maybe you might run into me Friday night at Screamville or at the 13th Hour. Come say hey. It's totally cool if you come say hi to me if you see me out in public. Most of the time. Just feel it out, assess the situation. It's like approaching a jungle cat or a bear. Just approach with caution sometimes. No, I'm kidding, man. I'm fine. It's cool. Come on over. Let's say hey. We love having you. And see, that's the other part. These haunted houses make me feel like family. I show up and they're like, hey, come on in here. We have a seat for you right over here. Back here in the Hell Dungeon. That's Chris Bell's special seat right there in the Hell Dungeon. And I appreciate my seat in the Hell Dungeon. Thank you, haunted house owners. Speaking of which, we will be also on Saturday. We're going to be out Saturday. Out in Oneida for Zombiefest. Oh, yes, Zombiefest. Put on by the wonderful curators, co-owners, and operators of the Black Cat Curiosities and Outbreak on Main, Zombiefest. The time of year where we all gather in Oneida, we put on costumes, and we have a great time. And then at the end of it all, we lead a zombie horde down. Let's see. I just remember how small. What is the other page I needed to like? Was the Black Cat. Boom. Right here. That is their logo. The Black Cat Curiosities. Make sure you go like them. Because we love Mo and Ella. The Black Cat Oneida. That's who you're going to want to look up. The Black Cat Oneida. So, at the end of it all, we gather a large zombie horde and we march it straight down the main street of Oneida, which the good people of Oneida really appreciate. And while we're out there, hey, you know what else is on Main Street? Outbreak on Main Haunted House. Hey, which I'm giving away these 4 tickets in just a little while, as soon as we get this other giveaway out of the way. And remember, all you have to do, after you've liked those pages, is comment your favorite scary movie, and you'll be entered to win the Scary Stories 3 Captain Spaulding House of a Thousand Corpses promo pack. I wish I had just a graphic that popped up that had all of them, all those words mushed together in a sentence. Think! Where's my post? I need a production team. See No Evil was a good horror movie. We'll say that. There we go. And Velvet Lee is officially the only person entered into this drawing that's happening in just a few minutes. So, if you want to be entered, you better get in it. Velvet Lee, you're in. Okay. So, Zombiefest, we always have a great time. There's live music, there's vendors, there's Mo and Ella. Mo and Ella are such great people there who own the Black Cat, and the Black Cat is almost like this awesome Captain Spaulding shop, because in the back of it is a murder ride. Well, a ride that you might get murdered on. No, it's their haunted house. The Outbreak on Main, that one that I've been talking about, it's literally just right in the back of the shop. So all you have to do is come in, peruse their wares, and they'll scare the hell out of you. And then you can shop some more, because they keep the shop open while the haunt's open. And while the haunt's open and the shop's open, there's going to be a festival going on outside. So there's so many things to do in Oneida this Saturday that there's no reason you shouldn't be there. And yours Ghoulie will be the monster of ceremonies there live on the main stage, bringing it to you, spooking and duking all day long. I need t-shirts that say it, spooking and duking. I'm just being scary and pooping. All right. So, the Black Cat, Outbreak on Main. Outbreak on Main is doing their freak show gimmick this year, which, I went through it last year, and I worked in it last year, and it scared me. Like, I remember, but I will tell this story. I had this doll, right? Her name was Sharon. She was about this tall. And she was just this crying child doll, this very realistic looking child doll that we had painted her hair black, and we had like tied her hands to her face so it looked like she was crying. And we just set that in Mo and Ella's haunt one night. We just put it up, and I scared the shit out of Mo, which if you don't know Mo's this like, Mo's a big guy. Mo's a big burly guy that you wouldn't want to mess with because he would mess you up, right? But then he sees like Sharon sitting on this barrel, scared the shit out of him. He messages me, he's like, "Did you guys leave a doll in the haunt? Because Jesus, man, warn me about stuff like that." I still won't, Mo. That's gonna be my plan this year, is to plant other scary things to scare Mo in the haunt. Which, don't do that unless don't put things in people's haunts. I'm joking. I'm joking around. I was working at the haunt. I was leaving it for them as a prop. Don't put shit in people's haunts, you dick. Anyway, more coffee. That's what's needed. So the time has come before we get into our final giveaway to announce the winner of our second live giveaway of the evening. Velvet Lee 19. You're our big winner for the Scary Stories 3 Captain Spaulding House of a Thousand Corpses promo prize pack. That's right. This is yours. Congratulations. It's a whole book of scary stuff. All courtesy of the wonderful people down at the Black Cat. So I will be getting in touch with you after the show to figure out where I'm sending this stuff to. So, to continue on, and to go ahead and let's go ahead and put into place our fourth and final giveaway of the night. These 4 tickets to Outbreak on Main Haunted Attraction out in Oneida, Tennessee. All you have to do is enter to win these, and you and 3 friends could be going to this haunt for free. So, if you haven't, be sure you've liked the Creature Corner, you've liked the Black Cat, and you've liked Outbreak on Main. We really, really like Outbreak on Main. And in the comments below, yes, can't wait either. In the comments below, I want you to let me know what haunted house you're most excited to be at this year. What haunted house are you most excited to see this year? Put that in the comments and let me know, and you'll be entered to win these 4 tickets. What haunt are you most excited for? Comment to enter. Bam. And there we go. Another boop boop. A little reminder for everybody. We'll say reading the book would be nice to relax to. Oh yeah, it's a great read. It's what I used to lull myself to sleep with as a young spooky dookie. So I hope it enjoys you. I hope you enjoy it and it finds you well. Holy crap, I forgot to put new coffee in there. Woo! Okay. Yeah, I need to win coffee. I don't have any coffee to give away tonight, Matt Swanson. I have haunted house tickets. You can take them or leave them. Because I'm sweating from all this coffee. Time is it? 9 o'clock. Here we go. Okay. Be sure you comment below what haunt you're most excited to go to this year, and you could win these 4 haunted house tickets. Okay. So what did we talk about? We talked about Outbreak on Main, and we talked about Zombiefest, Screamville, 13th hour. It should enjoy me. I'm with Matt Swanson on the coffee. What's up? I'm sorry, Giselle. I didn't know so many people wanted me to give coffee away on the coffee show. So next time, I'll get with it. Okay? Stop rallying people together, Matt Swanson. Don't you have a haunt? It's Monday. You don't have a haunted house. My daughter says Dead Man's Farm. Giselle is officially entered to win these 4 tickets. Bum, bum, bum. Where did my pen go? Well, now no one can win because I've lost my writing pen. The pen that writes all the things down. It's gone. Never mind. There it is. Okay. Giselle, you are entered to win because you said that you wanted to go to Dead Man's Farm, which I will also be reviewing this year a little bit later in the season. I love the people out at Dead Man's. I love all these haunt owners. I mean, people ask me, do you give real honest reviews? I have a lot of people ask me that, if I give true honest reviews of these haunts, or if I'm just like, hey, I love these people so much, how could I ever say that I didn't like what they're doing? I can. I totally can tell people I didn't like what they did, but I'll see how much work goes into a lot of these haunts. And I know that every night can't be perfect, and sometimes stuff goes wrong. So I take that into account a lot of times when I go to these places, and you always should too. Don't take it too seriously. Go there with the right mindset and get ready to have a good time. That's what all these haunts are all about. So, where's the thing? That's what it's all about. I think I've used that thing 3 times now. I probably owe somebody money for it. I don't know. Okay. So. Now. What else are we even talking about? Haunt. Okay. So, we went to FrightWorks at the beginning, and then we went to Dread Hollow. And now we're gearing up for Screamville, 13th hour, and Outbreak on Main this weekend. I'm going to wrap it up here soon. I feel like we're coming to a nice landing gear here. So, I really appreciate all the people that tune into this thing. And all the people that help me kind of make this show possible. Because if no one watched it, I may still make it. But if people weren't watching it, it would be harder to make. So, I got some new Creature Corner episodes coming for you. Some things that are being filmed and some things that are being edited. Some aliens, some cryptids, some all kinds of things are coming your way. And in the next few minutes, we will give away these haunted house tickets. So if you haven't done so, comment below and let me know what haunt you would like to go to this year. What haunt you're most excited about, or which you would just like to see. Just comment a haunted house and you'll be entered to win. We only have 1 person entered so far. So, spoiler alert. That's who's going to win. Okay. What else do we have to talk about? I think that's it. I think we've come. And now the end is near. And so we pull the final curtain. And Matt Swanson, I will tell you, just because you've been here from day one, watching this show evolve and turn into what it is now, that the Spectre Moose has been one of the most requested cryptids to make a return. Thanks to you, I think. So the Spectre Moose will be getting his own biopic like the Tennessee Wild Man did, and our most recent cryptid that I'll be releasing this week, hopefully. I love doing these things now. If you didn't get to catch our Ghost Quest episode, go over to YouTube and look up the Creature Corner on YouTube and check out Ghost Quest, our ghost hunter or ghost adventure spoof with team paranormal leader Brack Zaggins. Has no relation to that other guy that wears glasses and a flat billed hat and fingerless gloves on the Travel Channel. So without further ado, I guess let's give away these haunted house tickets. Since the coffee's almost done, we've almost drank it all. Thank you, Giselle. I'm glad you liked Ghost Quest. It's definitely one of my favorite things that I've done thus far. I had a lot of fun, if you couldn't tell. And speaking of Giselle, that brings us to our winner of the 4 haunted house tickets that we're giving away live tonight. That's right, Giselle. You're our winner because you were the only one that entered. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll get in touch with you afterwards to find out where these are going. But thank you so much for entering. Thank you, people, for tuning in and listening and watching. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. We're going to be doing a lot more of these coming up this season. Brews and Booze will be happening every Monday, hopefully, to follow up the weekend that we had of haunts. Be sure you're following the Creepy Knoxville page so you can watch the haunt reviews live when they happen. And then be sure to join the creature community where I share a lot of other stuff and we can all come together like a family, my funky fiends. So, thank you again to everyone. Let's keep doing this. Yes! I'm so glad you guys are going to love Outbreak. Come to Zombiefest this weekend, too. You know, Saturday, we're going to be cranking it out, having a good time. Screamville, the 13th hour, this Friday. Big thank you to FrightWorks for having me out this past Friday. And a big thank you to Dread Hollow for having me out this past Saturday. And a big thank you to all of you for being here with me. Until the next time, be sure to keep those eyes peeled, my funky fiends, because there's always more coffee and more creepy ghouling on in the Creature Corner. Bye-bye.